Torres. Should be an interesting bout. Johnny Chavez, one of the fine prospects for the introduction of the fighters. Let's go up to the ring and Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout coming your way features featherweights in action. This time it is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Presenting the referee in charge, it is Chuck Hassett. Well, fans, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing red trunks and hailing from Azusa, California. He weighed in at 127 pounds with a record of 14 wins, only 1 defeat with 4 wins by way of knockout. Please welcome a fighter known as the Canyon City Kid, Johnny Chavez. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner in this 8-round bout. He is wearing white trunks with yellow trim and hailing from Bell, California. He weighed the same at 127 pounds. Tonight in his 17th bout as a professional, please welcome Javier Torres. Here's the referee in charge once again now to give instructions, Chuck Hassett.
Javier. Mouthpiece. All right, gentlemen, you had your instructions. Any questions? Okay, good luck. One is working.
And we go to the tail of the tape. Chavez, 5'6.5" to 5'6", weight even. Age 25-23, and the reach advantage to Torres. Featherweights for 8 rounds. You might notice our new shot tonight, the overhead cam being used here at the Great Western Forum. Used by Prime Network, give you a unique view of the ring. And we're underway. Johnny Chavez in red. His opponent Javier Torres in white.
Johnny from Azusa, right next door to me. Great little fighter, up and coming. He's a type of fighter who's real quick. When he's in great shape, he's awfully quick. Good counterpuncher.
Johnny Chavez, a big favorite in this one. His opponent, Javier Torres, only 2-14. On paper, this looks like a mismatch, but I think a few people think Torres will give him a pretty good go for a little while.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people have told me that this guy, he doesn't get knocked out. And he's upset of some good fighters. I don't know how many, it could only been 2.
Javier Torres, he's 23 years old. Born and raised in Mexico City, lives in Bell, California now. 2-14. What would keep you boxing, Ruben, with that kind of a record?
Not much. I don't know what motivates this kid, but whatever it is, God bless him. But not much would motivate me.
First round of action. Wouldn't this be an upset if Torres could deal with Johnny Chavez here?
Yes, it would.
This would put a severe crimp in Chavez's career. One of the bright young prospects.
Johnny's being handled by Norm Kaplan now. Norm's been around the world many, many times. Great attorney, great manager. He's had a ton of fighters.
So far in this first round, Chavez dishing out most of the punishment. But Torres not afraid to fight back here. You can tell just by styles that Chavez looks like the more polished boxer for sure.
Yes, he does. But there's taking nothing away from Torres. He's a scrappy little fighter.
Chavez using the jab. And there's a left that sends Torres to the canvas.
I hope you kids out there watching this, when you see the replay, you'll see a picture-perfect short left hook right on the button.
19 seconds to go. Chavez trying to finish him off. Is this going to be knockout night tonight at the Great Western Forum? It appears to be. Oh, another good shot by Chavez.
Hold it there, break it.
And it appears that Torres will survive round 1. We'll be back with round 2 after this. Round 1 knockdown for Johnny Chavez, the overhand left, sending Torres down. This is round 2, scheduled for 8. Featherweights in action tonight. Javier Torres and Johnny Chavez in red. Chavez looking very impressive so far. Doesn't really have the big punch, Ruben, but he's a good boxer, 5-ring technician. And immediately he's all over Torres.
You know, the knockout will come. Johnny's always, he's been going the distance. As he matures in his fight career, he'll start getting knockouts. It's just something that comes along in experience.
Is it maturity, experience, or is it strength that you gain?
No, it's not the strength. The punch that knocks you out, Chris, is the one you don't see. The sharp, crisp, short punches.
Chavez once again getting in the left, the double left that time. Once to the body and once to the head. Another left. And that left by Chavez is wide open.
This kid's working good to the body of Chavez.
Give and take.
Johnny's also been known for his counter punching. I've seen him work out many times in the Zusa, and he counter punches very, very well.
Johnny Chavez turned pro. He had 8 consecutive wins before getting stopped in the 4th round by Oscar Lopez, an upset 1989 here at the Great Western Forum. Punch that knocked him out was a good left to the chin. Now, whether Torres can deliver something like that remains to be seen. Round 2, and Javier Torres has already been down once.
A good body shot by Johnny Chavez.
He just joined us, and we're expecting to see a title fight tonight. Cecilio Espino and Antonio Ramirez. That fight fell out when Ramirez hurt his hand. They found out on Friday he could not fight, and they could not find a suitable replacement for Espino. And so we've been doing a little shaking and baking. But Tony Curtis, that's a tough job. To find out on Friday you got a couple fights falling out and then try to dig up a couple of good fighters.
Yep, that's a
Tony
tough
Curtis
job.
did a great job. Matchmaker here at the Great Western Forum, and round 2 wind. We're going to come back. More Budweiser Championship Boxing after this. In white, and Johnny Chavez. This one's scheduled for 8. Johnny Chavez has been in control, I should say, since the opening bell. Trying to put away Javier Torres. What I like about Torres, you know, he takes some punches, but he dishes some out too.
Yes, he does. He comes back with some punches. I like when he gets hurt, Chris. You'll see he'll go right to the body of Chavez.
Okay, hold it there. Break, break,
I think I'm starting to think that Johnny feels that he's not going to be able to knock this guy out too easy. He's got to go to plan A, start back all over again with the fundamentals, throw the jab, work inside.
Sometimes you lose your little rhythm, punch yourself out a bit.
Right. Johnny's only got 15 fights. He's human. That happens.
Chavez trying to work to the body of Torres. Trying to come over that overhand right.
I'd still work on that left hook, the left hook that knocked him down.
One knockdown so far in this fight. Torres going down in the first round as we hit the halfway point of round 3. These are featherweights. And now Torres coming on a bit. I think Chavez in a much tougher fight than he expected.
That's right. Everybody's talked about this kid. He's 2-14, but he's been in some tough fights.
Punching like a 14-2. He lands a right on the button of Chavez. And another right. So he has some enthusiasm now. He's got his confidence in his second win.
This guy's like a fly. You know, it's just bugging you. He's right in your ear at all times.
A 2 and 14 fly that's appearing pesky.
That's right.
Chavez was quoted as saying when he lost his only fight that he lost his rhythm, got kind of tired, and the referee stopped it. He didn't know exactly what happened.
Well, I can tell you, I know Johnny very well. Johnny was in no condition whatsoever.
For that fight?
Yes.
And
He admitted to me he was in no shape, but he took the fight anyway.
Chavez trying to pin Torres on the ropes here. The end of the third round. So we'll visit with Johnny Chavez, a local kid, at the Gladstone High here in Azusa, California. They're working on his eye a bit.
Yes. I thought I saw a little nick on the left on his left eyelid. Just a little redness there, Chris.
Let's go back to some of the action in round 3. Chavez getting a little more than he wanted as Torres flurrying. Few of them missed, but he got in some too.
It's a nice shot, huh? That overhead shot.
So round 4 coming up. Ruben scoring so far. How do you see it?
I've got this fight tightening up here, 29-27 in favor of Chavez.
Gave that last round to Torres?
Yes, I did. Johnny landed a nice right hand there to put things in the right perspective. I tell you what, this Torres isn't going to go down quick or easy if he goes down again.
So surprising. He lost his initial 7 fights and then he won one. As we mentioned, he's 2 and 14. Doesn't look good on paper, but in the ring, he's pretty darn good. Keep in mind, Johnny Chavez, 14 and 1, 25 years old. And a loss to Javier Torres would certainly stop his momentum in the featherweight division. Ooh. Solid left by Chavez, got in.
Oh, the kid's gonna go left-handed for a moment.
Just for a moment, got in a right off it. This is round 4, Budweiser Championship Boxing. A couple of featherweights banging away here. Glad you're with us. Tuesday night fights. A little different than our Monday night edition.
I argued with people. I said, it's tonight. No, it was last night. I was telling you it's tonight. And by the way, we'd like to say hello to some people out in Riverside. Tammy Melinda, Deborah, Dick, and of course, Cognac.
Of course. Chavez dominating the first couple of rounds, but Torres coming on in round 3.
Oh,
and on a stumble, Chavez got in a right to the neck of Torres.
Okay, hold it there. Break it.
Yeah, Torres has got a pretty good jab, Ruben. He sticks it right in his face.
That's right, he does. He's got a good jab. He's got to use it a little more. Johnny's working, doing the fight. Now he's fighting his fight. Doing basically what he wants to do, go to the body, up to the head, working inside. But with the jab of Torres, that kind of makes it a little difficult for Johnny.
Okay, let go. Break it.
Seems like for Chavez, the left hook is wide open. If he can land one solidly, Torres could be out of there.
Well, that's what put him down in the first round.
Round 4, Torres and Chavez will have more Budweiser Championship Boxing coming up. With Ruben Castillo. Round 5, the beginning, Johnny Chavez, the huge favorite in the red trunks, and Javier Torres, the underdog in the white. So far, Torres giving a good account of himself. Chavez winning the fight, we think, but He's getting a workout doing it.
Yeah, there's some puffiness on the left eye and also the right eye of Johnny Chavez. Right underneath his little mouse.
Chavez, a very talented athlete. He was a wrestler in high school. Won a CIF championship at 126 pounds. That was back in 1985. I think wrestling helps you in all in boxing in terms of movement.
That's they could, Chris. I never wrestled. I couldn't speak for myself there. So I don't know. Johnny was a heck of a little wrestler.
I mean, you never grappled in the ring.
No, exactly. I've oil wrestled and mud wrestled. There's been not really. I've been married 4 times, baby. You know I've done some wrestling.
So is your attorney.
Chris. Speaking of marriage, Chris, congratulations. Chris Marlowe will be getting married this Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
See you there?
Yes, I'd love to be there, Chris.
Chavez got in a good combination. But so far, with the exception of the first knockdown in round 1, Torres has looked fairly solid. It's a schedule for 8.
You know, he's making Johnny miss some shots. A lot of shots.
Got a pretty good left jab. Comes across with the right to follow it up. And he's not a bad defensive fighter.
Not at all.
And yet he's only won 2 fights out of 16.
I'll tell you what, that is a very deceiving record.
We could say he's the best 2 at 16 fighter in the world.
One of the best.
How much confidence do you think Torres is gaining by hanging in with Chavez?
I think he's got a lot of confidence, and that could be to Johnny's disadvantage. He starts coming on, that will deflate a fighter anytime. Especially if he starts landing some good shots.
Chavez trying to get inside, work the uppercut.
Break play.
Round 5 coming to a close. And Javier Torres is still here. Five rounds complete. And of course, here at the Great Western Forum, the stars are out tonight. Irvin Magic Johnson. Big fan of Budweiser Championship Boxing. And of course, Jerry Buss. Laker hierarchy intact. And we go over to the corner of Javier Torres. Just 23 years old. I think his handlers have to be very, very happy the way it's gone so far. He's got a chance in this one.
Well, you know, they're happy to see he's still in this fight. It's not over until it's over, you know? So he's done well, and he's done a very good account of himself.
Getting set for round 6, scheduled for 8. Will Chavez trying to put him away here, and can Javier Torres hang in? Chavez in red. You're a prospect, you're coming up, you fight a guy that's 2 and 14. Oh, there's a good shot. I was going to say, if you can't take him out, it's going to hurt you, isn't it?
Yes, but now this puts a whole different
spin.
That's a whole different spin on this. Unbelievable. What a great left hook. That's the same one that put Torres down in the first round.
So Chavez, the left hook solidly to the left side of the face of Torres. And Torres bearing right back in. You said when he got hurt, he fights a little better. And Chavez trying to take him out right here.
You know, it's unbelievable how Torres is still making him miss after going down as hard as he did in this round.
He went down fast, but he got up quickly, and he looks fairly clear-eyed right now. Solid left by Chavez. That made Torres blink for a moment. But when you're successful with the left, as he has been, talking about Johnny Chavez, you just want to keep throwing it, don't you?
Well, yes, but you want to go to something else. Try a left hook and right hand. Follow him up. 2 shots. Left hook, right hand, and then it could be over with. Because if like your opponent, like Torres, for instance, you know he's looking for that left hook.
Well, Chavez has been throwing that left hook to the body. See if he can follow it up here. Torres, though, continues to throw back. He's taking, but giving well.
I tell you what, in a lesser fighter than Johnny Chavez, this Torres could win a few fights.
Well, not necessarily. Chavez. Torres has been down twice in the first round and here in the 6th. But Chavez has not been able to finish it up, Ruben.
No, he hasn't.
The blow went south just a bit.
He's got Torres' nose bloody. Look at Torres coming back. He's throwing punches like a little machine.
And another good shot by Torres. And Chavez finished it up with a right. So 6 rounds are complete. Just take a look at that 6th round knockdown, Ruben. The left.
Here's that left hook. Pow! Right on the chin. Jeez. And this kid, you know, look at the impact of this left hook, Chris. How does this kid get up? Oh, how does he get up and still fight as well as he did? Unbelievable.
Along with Ruben Castillo, I'm Chris Marlowe. Ruben scoring so far
59-53. That was a 10-8 round, incidentally, because of the knockdown.
2 10-8 rounds so far.
Two
The
10-8
first
rounds.
and the 6th as we move to the 7th. A couple more rounds to go. This one scheduled for 8 featherweights. Fans exhorting Johnny Chavez to do it. And he has done it partially. He has not been able to take out Javier Torres. You say left hook and then the right.
Left hook, right hand. Boom, boom, and the fight's over.
Tougher to see when you're in the ring than sitting here.
Well, you know, these are things that Johnny will learn. You know, you've got the guy down with the left hook. Now throw a combination. Boom, boom. You know, he's looking for the left hook. He's not going to be looking for the right hand to follow.
Chavez trying to double up on the left.
See that left uppercut? If he comes over the top with the right hand, his fight's over with. He's throwing one punch at a time. Now he's got to put his punches together.
I think most people didn't think that this fight would get this far. Although Chavez does not have a terminating knockout power, only 4 knockouts in his 15 fights. But as you said, Ruben, with maturity, that figure could go up.
Yes. I'm glad he's got Norm with him in his camp now. So
talking about Norman Kaplan.
Norm Kaplan, right? And that's a big asset to Johnny. Speaking of Norms, today's Norm Lockwood's birthday. Great cut, man, the best in the business.
I want to wish him a happy 86th birthday. He's now the glove man here at the Great Western Forum. He still works as a cut man, I think, doesn't he, Ruben?
He worked with me when I fought Chavez. I tell you what, he stopped a huge cut. He's the blood.
Never was a cut man more needed than working for Ruben Castillo.
Thank you.
Seventh round, Chavez. He's knocked Torres down twice, but not able to finish him, at least so far. Boy, he'd like to get that knockout on his resume, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. But like I said earlier, Chris, those things will come later. It's important also to go the distance. 8 rounds, and you know you can go 10 rounds.
Okay, round 7 coming to a close. We'll come back with the 8th and final round after this. Javier Torres and Johnny Chavez. Chavez in red. Torres been down a couple of times, and it appears that he will need a knockout to get the victory. Chavez has been in control most all the fight, but Torres given a good account of himself.
Oh, good shots.
You're wondering about Torres coming back with a knockout to take out Chavez. You can forget about it. He's only got 1 knockout in 16 fights. However, stranger things have happened.
Yes. Now, right when you say that, pow. Murphy's Law.
And it appears that perhaps the handlers for Johnny Chavez have said, look, get out, stick and move, pile up the points, and we have a big decision. Oh, now he switched to southpaw.
He almost paid the piper for that one. Oh,
Left guard in.
Okay, hold it. Break it. Break it.
Oh, once again, the left. Stunning Javier Torres. 3rd time he has been down. Will he get up for the 3rd time?
that's it. It's over with.
Nope, that's it. He wants to get up.
He wants to get up.
Chuck Hassett says no. And that's the end of the fight.
Chuck's just looking for his best of interest.
Fans chanting only a minute left, Ruben, but
It doesn't matter. He's just trying to protect his interest.
right on the button again.
Pow. Johnny's got a tremendous left hook. Nice and short.
For the 3rd time, Johnny Chavez, same punch, solid left. One more time from the overhead cam. Looks a little different, but the same result. So Johnny Chavez, a good performance. We'll come back. We'll get the official decision after this. Stay with us. More to come. Inglewood, California. Well, so far it's been knockdown and knockout night as Johnny Chavez able to knock down Javier Torres 3 times. For the official decision, however, let's go up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 1 minute 38 seconds. In round number 8, the referee stops contest. Winner by way of knockout, the Canyon City Kid, Johnny Chavez.
So Johnny Chavez, he gets his 15th win, and perhaps more importantly, as he's building his career down the line, his 5th knockout. So Chavez showing some knockout power, able to put down Javier Torres 3 times, once in the 1st, once in the 6th, and once in the final round, and finally Chuck Hassett stopping it. Okay, we have Johnny Chavez and Ruben Castillo. Ruben?
Thank you very much, Chris. Johnny, after that first knockdown in the 1st round, were you getting a little concerned about not being able to knock him out?
Yeah, a little bit, because when I tried to hit him hard, it's hard to hit, but when I just threw him, they started to come down all right.
You had problems with your hands in the past. How were they today?
Oh, they're fine. My right hand was the one that was hurting, but I've been taping it when I've been working out, so everything's fine now.
Johnny, with a record of 2-14, this guy was a lot tougher than that record indicated.
Oh, yeah, I seen him working out with the world champion Zaragoza and Cecilio that was supposed to fight tonight, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it got me more nervous because I was thinking, everyone out there is going to be thinking, God, he can't put this guy away, he's too...
We were just talking about that. Johnny, I would like to take a look at that last knockdown. that they stopped the fight. Tell us what's going through your mind right
I
now.
was trying to get my head on the left side. Eddie kept telling me, and then I just threw the punch. It really wasn't, I didn't mean to throw it really hard or anything, but it just felt good when I threw it, so.
You hit him with three times with that same left hook, and that was, are you working on different combinations than just the left hook?
Yeah, I've been trying to get, you know, Buddy Burrell and Victor Valenzuela have been working on my right hand, stepping down at the same time with it. And then, you know, Eddie's always working with my head, getting on that left side and digging off my left foot, planning better, because past fights I haven't been planning off my feet that well.
All right, Johnny, congratulations, and good luck to you your next
Everybody
one.
at City of Hope from Azusa, hi.
All right, let's go.
Johnny and Michelle.
All right, let's go back to ringside, Chris Marlowe.
Okay, they're jumping up and down in Azusa, California for that man, Johnny Chavez. More Fight Night after this. We're in between fights, and a very special guest tonight. One of the only guys I've ever interviewed that's taller than me, Richard Mole from Night Court.
Great guy, Jerry Buss. He's a very generous man. I'd just like to take this opportunity now to say thanks, Jerry. You're the best, buddy.
Now, our Budweiser Championship Boxing after this. Stay with us. We're back live at the Great Western Forum here in Inglewood, California. Chris Marlowe and Ruben Castillo. Coming up, a confrontation, 6 rounds. There'll be super lightweight Salvador Montes and Eddie Hernandez. 6 rounds of boxing. Boy, fans still buzzing here, Ruben. What action in 2 rounds. Okay, the introduction of the fighters. Let's go up to Jimmy.
Well, fans, this bout coming your way, scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. We feature super lightweights in action. Introduce